podcasthero.com.
Welcome to The Daily Quote, a podcast designed to kickstart your day in a positive way. I'm your host, Andrew McGivern, for March 11th. Now, let's talk about today's national holiday. Today is Debunking Day, a day where we get to have a lot of fun debunking all the fake news that our social media friends are posting all day long. Well, wait a minute. Let me fact check that. Okay. Yes, it is in fact Debunking Day, but I also just noticed that today is Wash Your Nose Day as well. Yes, that's a real thing. And I trust my sources on this one. Today is all about nasal hygiene. We wash our hands, our faces, even behind our ears. But how often do we think about cleaning out our noses? Considering that they're our body's built-in air filters, maybe it's time we show those nostrils a little love. I mean, our nose, it's our body's first line of defense against all that dust, allergens, and mystery particles that float around in the air every day. Today is a reminder that nasal hygiene is just as important as washing other places. Because breathing freely is one of life's simple joys. That brings us to today's quote from the poet Diane Ackerman, who once said, "Smell is the mute sense, the one without words." Think about it. Your sense of smell is deeply tied to memory and emotion. The smell of fresh-baked cookies can take you back to childhood. A certain perfume can remind you of someone special. And the scent of rain can bring a sense of peace. But when your nose is clogged, all of that disappears. It's only when we lose our sense of smell, whether from a cold, allergies, or worse, that we realize how much it shapes our world. So today, take a moment to appreciate the little things, like the smell of coffee in the morning, fresh flowers, or even just a clean whiff of fresh air. And if you're feeling stuffed up, maybe give your nose a little rinse, because life smells a whole lot better when you can actually breathe it in. And even if you're not feeling stuffed up, it might be time, regular checkups and all that. Just squirt some saline solution into your nose and call it a day. Actually, I saw a YouTube video a while back covering the top home remedies for the common cold and flu. And one of the remedies was nasal irrigation. The doctor narrating the video said that of all the remedies in his video, nasal irrigation was the most supported by science. Well, in the spirit of Debunking Day, let's check that claim out. So, according to some studies that Perplexity brought up for me, nasal irrigation using a saline solution can provide some relief for symptoms associated with common cold or flu. But the consensus in the research seems to suggest that it's adjunctive treatment rather than curative. One key finding is that when parents use nasal irrigation to treat their kids' noses, they end up using less pharmaceutical decongestants and other medications, which reduces unnecessary medication use. As seems to be the case almost every time I look something up. The answer seems to be more studies are needed to fully understand the benefits. That's it for today's episode of The Daily Quote. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to follow The Daily Quote in your podcast app or share it with someone who you think would enjoy it. And don't forget to take care of your sinuses today because it is Wash Your Nose Day after all. I'm Andrew McGivern signing off for today, but I'll be back tomorrow. Same pod time, same pod station for another Daily Quote.